Hello, everybody. Right, so we're back. I said we'd do an update from Kakuma refugee camp, and I'm so pleased to say that I have Augustine joining me again today. How are you doing, Augustine? Are you okay?
Just a little bit, but fair. Thank you once again for this opportunity to welcome us, Free Heart Kakuma, to your network, and really appreciate your intervention into our situation.
Augustine, but the thing is, we're all one, we're all family, and we all have to speak up for each other. We really do, you know. So, like, I want us to do something every month, just so we can, you know, keep supporting and keep what's going on in the public eye as well, you know. So we were talking about, like, do you want to give us, for people that haven't heard, the situation in Kakuma? Would you like to give us a quick rundown of the situation for LGBTQ people in Kenya?
Sure, I will, and I would. Precisely, I'm Augustine from Kakuma, and I've been here for 4 years now. I'm an asylum seeker registered with UNHCR and the Kenyan government, and I've resided here in the camp for 4 years. However, it's not an easy task for us to live here in this homophobic camp, though we thank the Kenyan government for hosting us. As you know, it's the only country in East Africa that is hosting queer refugees. So we thank them for hosting us, though there are things that are not moving on well with us as refugees altogether. We pass through different challenges that need attention, though we've not been given a chance to live a free life as any other people would wish to live. So this is the reason as to why we coming out to spread awareness about the situation of queer lives in Kakuma. And hopefully we think this will enable us to get someday one time any organizations that are willing to support us as we continue to ask UNHCR to put us to safety. We are experiencing a problem of food scarcity at the camp, whereby we get inadequate food rations given by World Food Program, WFP. So this cannot sustain a single person for a full month. It only lasts for 3 days because we are given 2 kilograms of sorghum, 2 kilograms of split peas, and we are also given 1 liter of cooking oil for a full month. And per head, we added with $6 for our monthly relief. However, this only lasts for 3 days, hence starving the rest of the days until when the next ration is provided. However, when you go and search on UNHCR's websites and Twitter handles, you find that they say that we are fed with everything and we are really in a good situation, which is wrong, because we are always given, a shelter is given to 4 people once you being put out of the reception to the community, but each person is supposed to get a shelter. Though our shelters were burnt way back, and now we just live in groups, as this helps us to be a little bit safe. So you can understand that we lack a lot. We lack from beddings, food, proper medication, but all this cannot happen if we don't have allies or friends outside there to come and intervene into our situation. This is the reason as to why, as Free Heart Kakuma, we're trying to reach out to different people and organizations, though it's not an easy task. So I appreciate your effort to work with us to spread awareness, and I believe we shall be able to overcome this situation that is horrible.
I absolutely believe. I mean, just for clarity, when you said sorghum, in our understanding, that's a type of rice. So people in the camp, they get 2 kilograms of rice a month, some split peas and some oil, and that's to last a month. One thing that after the last time when you were on the show, Augustine, and we spoke with many of your brave friends in the Kakuma camp, some of the things about where people have been there years and they're not able to get processed. And if they're not processed, then they don't have that standing, you know, and it blows my mind to think that, like, with the discrimination against LGBTQ people in many countries, but like in the place you're in now. You know, if you were going looking for work to be able to supplement your income, that'd be an issue. And it reminds me of the UK in the 1950s and 1960s. Whereas if you were found out to be gay, you could lose your job, you know, sort of thing. So people are, it's so many challenges that people don't even realize are out there. And I understand that, like, you have a GoFundMe that is running, and it's facilitated by a fine young man called James, who I've had the pleasure to have a chat with. You know, so I mean, like I say, a lot of people that think about like anything that comes from across the water, across the seas, people are suspicious about, you know, when people are looking at scams and all that type of stuff. And I'd like people to know that, you know, I've been communicating with yourself and with the camp, the people in the camp, and you've been on vigils with us for different things for community. And like, I wouldn't put my name to, I wouldn't promote, and I wouldn't bang the drum for anything that I didn't think was genuine and authentic. And I'm absolutely with you there, Augustine. So I hope some people actually get involved to help out over there. And I understand there's different ways that people can help. You know, I mean, obviously, like if there's anyone there with any legal experience who'd be willing to come and give some insights, that'd be good. But right now, what we need to make sure is we need to make sure that the community over there is sustained, you know, and that's like not going hungry and like being able to like keep the community going. And you're approaching Pride Month as well. And I know you want to put some events on for Pride Month. The last time we spoke about about how people can post something in. So I was thinking, and I've got an idea for you, if you don't mind. I'd like to tell people the postal address, and I'd like to ask organizations for them to try and get some sort of project going for their service users to maybe fill some shoe boxes with small gifts for Pride Month to send over to you and the community at Kakuma. So with your permission, can I read the address?
Sure, go on.
Okay, so it's, if you can do your shoebox, we'll do a parcel. It can be a bigger than a shoebox. We just need people to help, because community means every one of us people. It's Kayemba Augustine. That's Kayemba Augustine. It's PO Box 48.30501, Kenya, Kakuma. It's Zone 2, Block 12. And on the bottom, but if you put the plus 254 746 045195, and I know you won't have wrote that down, so I will make sure that them details are in the description underneath the piece of media that you're reading this on. And I'll also be posting the GoFundMe. And if I can just ask my listeners and anybody watching this, who's within my business colleague community, to find some space in the heart to actually explore this. And if they want a question, they can reach out to Augustine. And you know, you're well linked up with everyone. We an hour and a half we were on last time, Augustine. And we still could have kept on talking, couldn't we? It was just internet was going down. So what would you say to people, you know, if we were asking people about Pride Month? What do you want to do in Kakuma in Pride Month with your community?
Well, thank you so much for that elaboration, and we really appreciate. I have a colleague of mine here, Felix, who would talk about Pride and enlighten the world on what we would wish to do, because it's been now almost 5 to 6 years. We last had Pride here in 2018. Since then, there is no any other Pride that has been done. So we needed to have a Pride march. I believe this may not be accepted by police or the Kenyan government, but we still have to express our pride. This can be done in our compounds, provided we have permission from the authority. So to all people out there, I believe when we celebrate this Pride, it will be helping us in different ways, like expressing our love and solidarity as all queer refugees. And when we come together, we shall be able to have some pride events, which will help us in one way or the other by sharing ideas, having pride the whole month. But this can only be done if people out there can donate to us, either through the fundraiser, or I was thinking that if possible through your network, if there is any way we can reach out to any organization that can fund this, that would be better. This is why we came out earlier to talk about this, because if we are to celebrate Pride here in Kakuma, that should be done, that day should be on 18th June. And this is the day that we had proposed. But the fact is we haven't gotten any donations for this. So I don't know whether through your network we can have like a fundraising in your community. I'm just asking, it's just an idea, and I welcome your views.
Definitely. I hope people engage, Kayemba. I mean, sorry, Augustine. I hope people engage. I truly do. So I was looking down at the address on the envelope. That's why I called you by your second name. I hope people engage, because you know something, pride only matters when it includes everybody. We can't have pride. I mean, I won't go if there's a pride event in my area, and if it's a ticketed pride, if people have to buy a ticket to go to the pride, I don't go, because I know pride has to be free for people to access it. But pride has to include everybody. And if there's any way that we're sort of like, how can we march along and, you know, like, and not see that pride is actually supposed to be a protest against some of the injustices while we know these are going on. And it's okay saying, well, we know these are going on somewhere in the world to somebody, but we're actually talking to you. You're one of the leaders of the community that's going through this right now. And I think it's really important people listen, Augustine. You've faced attacks yourself, haven't you? You've had physical attacks over there yourself.
Yes.
Would you tell our listeners some of the things that yourself and your friends have had to deal with? You said about you staying together as a community to stay safe.
Well, to all the listeners, just asking humbly to join us, support us, because the fact is we need to be free, but this is not something that is very easy, because each and every day we face different challenges, like attacks from homophobic refugees and from water points, from shops, clinics, everywhere. And this is real, though people do not think that we go through this, but we are passing through a lot, and we really feel like we need your help. We need everyone's help. As we keep asking UNHCR to put us to any other safer place, we have a right to food because we are all humans, but we cannot have this without your support.
Absolutely. I was saying to you, yeah, sorry, go on. Sorry, go on.
It's not been so easy reaching out to people, because the more you reach out to random people, you end up being blocked from LinkedIn. I believe you know this.
Of course.
And so because people also have different tasks, so when you keep on asking them for money, it becomes they become so inquisitive about you, and some report you, so you can be blocked. But I believe for the past 3-4 months we've been together, you had to take your time to reach out to James.
I had to educate myself. I educated myself, Augustine, yeah.
So that you don't be scammed, and maybe others. So I believe by the time that you have trusted us, we feel so much privileged. Thank you for your big heart.
You know, the privilege is absolutely mine, Augustine. The privilege is mine, just to be able to help use my little platform to help raise this issue. you know, and I think more people should follow suit. I really do. I mentioned to you earlier, didn't I, that I have this little magical musical stick here. This is my choir director stick for systemic. And systemic stands for Sing Your Song, True Equality Matters Inclusive Choir. And you have many people there. And you know, like I would strongly for Pride, I would ask you to maybe create a little systemic, because we live in a world of systemic oppression and discrimination and all of that type of stuff. And this is an inclusive one where all hearts are welcome, and your free hearts, Kakuma. You know, so like, you know, so like I would love it. I would absolutely, and I'll work with you as well. If you want to create an inclusive choir for your community, I would love to work with you, and I can get you the resource, the song lists and stuff over, and like we can jump on a Zoom and we can work on some songs, because I think if we can get some of the voices there singing in harmony, I think that'd be such a powerful thing against the backdrop of the oppression that we're facing. Can I ask you to take that away and have a think about that one for me?
Yep.
That would be brilliant. Can you sing, Augustine? Are you a good singer?
I know to sing.
You sing, I'll make you sing. Okay, did you have someone there who wanted to speak with us? Because I can't do the hour and a half this time. But we're gonna do an update every month, you know we are.
Yeah, let Felix say a word.
Okay, thank you. You take care, Augustine.
Thank you.
Hi, Ellie. Felix, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome.
So tell me about the plans and about the aspects around Pride then.
Ellie.
Yes, my
thanks meeting you again.
Oh, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. It's my privilege.
I'm bare-chested because the temperature is so high. Yep, and shouldn't surprise you. Since Pride Month is coming to a close, we feel that Pride would do us good, because when we have Pride events like arts and crafts, especially in relation to rainbow, because I know Pride is not only transgender, but the whole LGBTQI family.
Everyone, yeah.
Yes, please. And we had set a theme, but we hadn't yet made it active, because we are not yet seeing funds coming in to help us support this. Because what we had in mind, we would want to give a recap of what happened in Stonewall riots in Stonewall Inn. That is 1979.
No, 19, it's that, yeah, it was 1969, I think. I think okay, it was just after oh, what's she called? Who played the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy? Judy Garland. It was not long after Judy Garland passed away. Yeah.
So out of the survivors of Stonewall so far, we have Judy Bowen Wiena. Hope you know.
Yeah.
Yes, but along the way, we have got people who are being able to support this kind of stuff. People like you yourself, and we do appreciate, because I want to give more light on what LGBTQI has started from and what is happening. And also, on top of the activities, we would want to print out T-shirts that have LGBTQI colors and a message that would give to the world to understand that we do exist, but you're helping us to shed a light, to give more light to the world that Kakuma exists and LGBTQI in Kakuma exists. Because what you're doing apparently right now is advocacy. Yes. And advocacy is very paramount for us, because we face a lot of stuff. And then also for Pride, we want to be creative and make plays that would be able to bring in LGBTQI, because Pride would help us reduce the stress that we have.
Yes.
Because we would come in unison as a family, we would share a lot of stuff and hold each other's hands and give a shoulder for someone to lean on, just like you're doing. So
Well, yeah, the way I see it, you know, is that like I understand in my little corner, I have a little platform, and if I don't use my platform for things like this, then I don't deserve a platform. That's my view, and I'd love it. I was saying to Augustine, I'd love it if you got together and had a little systemic, have a little inclusive choir, because when people sing together, we find harmony, and that harmony, that's beautiful, and many more can recognize that. And you could do a video of us singing together, you know, like we do, like "You Will Be Found" by Sam Smith, or there's many songs, many inclusive songs that relate to people's hearts. And when people sing together, but against the backdrop of the oppression that you're facing, it's even more powerful, you know. And if any companies want to pay for some free to be me t-shirts like we have with our choir, please reach out to me and I will send you the design so they can get them done and they could post them out to you. That'd be amazing. It really
that'd
would.
be amazing.
It's a
That'd
good
be amazing.
design, free, because you know, free to be me. It's about being for everyone being free to be themselves. And when you look at LGBTQ, Felix, it's about who we love. It's about who we care about. It's not about who we hate. And that's why it's important. We have to support, because if we don't support, we're lost. Truly.
That's right.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Well,
That's
look,
true.
we will be having another catch up before Pride Month. So in about another 3 weeks, we'll be having another catch up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting the fundraiser details and the postal address down and try and reach out for organisations to maybe help get some service users to do it as a project for Pride Month, which would be really, really good. And I know people are able to donate direct via bank transfer, but I don't want to put them details out there. So what I'll do is I'll ask people if they can contact Augustine Kayemba personally via LinkedIn to get those details, you know. But then if they want to double check them to make sure they're right, they can then contact me and I will verify them to be right.
That's right.
That makes sense, because I know some people, they're worried about things in far off places, you know, but I'm like, I was cautious when I first started talking, but you know, I educated myself and I got to know Augustine and some of the people in the camp. And now, as I said on the last time, my heart's with you. I just want to see you in a much better space. I really do. And hopefully by having these conversations, we can do that.
That's right.
We get there. You're looking good anyway. Top on or not top on.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Ellie, also on the other hand,
Yes, my love.
I believe all this is happening, but all these are short-term goals.
Yes.
But they do help soothe the stress, absorb the shock that we have here, because we feel better than before when we get somebody outside there who can lend us their shoulder to cry on, you know, to help us stop worrying. But the worrying never stops, but just reduces a bit. So we appreciate your efforts, your unreceding love towards Kakuma, Free Hearts, and you were able to understand that these are not scammers, these people are real and they do exist, and they do suffer behind the curtains that people don't know, behind the scenes. Yeah. So we want to appreciate your efforts, but as this is going on, we face homophobia, biphobia, transphobia from the host community and fellow refugees here. So it means literally that we cannot get jobs, we can't access jobs, because some of us, like me, myself, I'm a customer service advisor, and I've wasted my energy and my education here. But what I've tried to do is that I've tried to see that I sit with Augustine and we see how we can advocate for others, those who are vulnerable like us. And we cannot do this thing alone. We have to create a team of people who are higher than us so that we can see how we can go around this. But as all advocacy is happening, there's a life that's supposed to go on, because advocates can spend 2 to 3, 4 years, but within that time bracket, what is happening to the lives of those who are vulnerable? Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think the conversation, though, by having the conversation freely and openly and putting it out there into the universe, then we hope that the conversation will grow, and the whispers turn into talk, and the talk turns into shout, and change
That's right.
happens. We have to believe change will come, because change is the only constant in life. Now, the thing is, we want positive change. And that's why when we're talking about LGBTQ, it's about who you care for, who you love. It's not about who you hate. It's about who you love. So we need the tide to go that way. And I believe it will. I believe it will, my friend. I believe we'll see a better day. I do. Absolutely.
Yeah, because now you have to connect with your connections, friends and families, social media, all social media platforms. We are doing our best to see that we post. I believe you can be able to see the posts that we make from here. But all in all, we need humanity and inclusion of all LGBTQI all over the world, but the most oppressed, like the ones in Kakuma refugee camp, I believe with the friends, we will be able to reach some milestone as time goes on. I know Pride is close, but the faster the better, and the earlier the better, so that we get positive results. But I believe we shall be able to give the world and our donors and our friends and advocates like you the feedback that we have got. I believe with time, you can be able to know the truth. And the world can be able to know.
Absolutely, you know something, I absolutely love your energy, Felix, and I love that you and Augustine and many others there are there supporting and building this inclusive community, because it really, really matters. So we're going to put this out there. It's going to go out on Sunday morning upcoming. And also I've managed to sort out how to keep the pictures on the screen so I can use the video as well this time, you know, so everybody's going to be seeing you with no top
Hope
on.
you're recording, right?
Yeah. Do you mind people seeing you without a top on? Is that okay?
Can I kindly put on my shirt so that
well, I can't go back and remove it, but you're looking good.
Okay. You can do it, fine. Because actually it's hot. It's okay. It's okay, Ellie. It's okay, honey.
No, you're looking fine, my friend. You're looking fine.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm blushing. Okay, Felix.
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Bless you. You've made me blush.
That's what love does.
Job done. Right then, my friend, do you have a song that we can play for you that'll go out after this interview? A song that you like?
You'd play for me a song, Unstoppable by Sia.
Perfect.
Yep.
And on that, we will say back to the studio.
That song goes back to you and all people who have a heart like yours.
I'll take that, my friend.
Love you, Han.
Much love, and stay strong, because it matters.
Lots of love from Kakuma Free Hearts. We love you. Back to Augustine.